Welcome and thanks for watching Blitz, the all-new regional sports show right here on Windstream Channel 4. I'm your host, Brian Carter. Today's show consists of football season previews from White County High School and Habersham Central High School. Our first guest today is going to be head coach for White County High School, Gregg Seagraves. Coach, thanks for taking time out to be our first guest on our brand new program.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Safe to say this has been a pretty hot and busy summer for your team. What exactly have the Warriors been doing to prepare for this season?
Well, we had a great summer. Like every other football team, we go out and we lift hard and we run a lot in the month of June. And we get to July and we throw a little bit. We've been going to Presbyterian camp. We went to an FCA camp at West Georgia, to prepare our kids and get them ready for the summer. And we actually did something a little bit different this summer that I really liked. We took all of our kids and had on our mini camp. We went to Mount Yonah, and together we climbed a mountain together. And I got to be honest with you, it was tough. Some of the kids we had encouraged to get up there, but it was a rewarding day. We came together as a team, and we all made it to the top and back safely.
Now, Coach, for the first time this decade, White County is coming off back-to-back winning seasons. What does that say about this program and its future?
Well, I think it says we're going in the right directions. We've got good coaches. We've got good kids that work hard. We've tried to update our facilities, and we just want to give our kids the best and let them have a lot of pride in what they do. And we've had a great support from our community. When our community comes out and does things, prepares meals for us, donate money, it allows us to do the things that we want to do to the kids, to make this program the best. And it's carried over into wins. When we're taking care of the kids, they play better, they feel better, and we've been real proud of what we've done the last few years.
Yeah, last season you barely missed making the playoffs. You went 6-4, was 4-1 in sub-region play, and the 07 team made the playoffs. Good playoff run there. What's it going to take for this 09 team to get back in the playoff bracket?
Well, I think we've got the kids. I think the biggest thing is our depth. Up front, our offensive line's got to come together. We've got some new coaches on staff, and I think that's going to be one of the biggest keys is our offensive line. And as coaches, we've got to do a good job of substituting kids. We've got to keep kids fresh and be able to play third and fourth quarter. So I think that's the key. And like you said, we were close last year and just missed it. And the year before that, we were there. And that's a taste that we've got in our mouth, and we want to get back to that position.
Yeah, looking at your schedule, kind of looking ahead. Two games that really stand out to me seem to be North Hall and Gainesville. Now, those two teams are basically a bug on the White County windshield. Since 2001, both of those teams have gone 7-0 against White County. Is the team actually aware of that, or do they just approach them just as they would any other opponent?
I think that they are, and for us, we can't say one or two opponents. We've got to prepare for everybody. Each week we can't take anybody lightly here, but there's no doubt Gainesville has been extremely talented the past few years, and they're going to be extremely strong this year. North Hall, I think, is more of a mental type thing right now. It's been longer than 2001 with North Hall, and we've got to get over that mentality, and I think we have. As we've grown as a program, as we've grown as a team, we've gained more confidence.
Right. And on the flip side of that, there are teams throughout your schedule that you typically have no problem with, such as Chastity High School. I believe a 5-2 record against them since 01, and East Hall 4-2, and then Gilmer, who you're 6-1 against since 01. Same process there.
I think so. The kids have gotten confidence, and like I said earlier, we can't take any team too lightly. We got to prepare each week for that one particular team, and that's what we try to do each week.
Talk a little bit about the team turnover. Every year you have guys who leave, key players. Coming back this season, who do you think are the key returning players, and who are some of the possible players who will get a chance to step in the limelight for the first time?
Well, we lost some good players last year, lost some good linemen, Tassi Suave and C.J. McDonald, to name a few. But we've got some good kids coming back. I think first and foremost is Tyler Hamilton's a defensive lineman, has a chance to probably be as good as anybody in the region. And Lafonga Tokyo, again, is a returning starter on the offensive line and defensive line. But I think a key, again, as I mentioned, our offensive line. So I think we're talking about Ryan Franklin, Chris Cleveland, Aaron Kaiser. Those guys have really got to step it up and play a big role for that offensive line to get rolling. And we've got some good players in Ashley Lowry, our running back, and and Tyler Dotson at quarterback position. You know, there is one particular person that has really been a big surprise, and that's Rick Anglin playing the defensive line. He's about 6'5" and hasn't seen any varsity action yet, but he's just really come along and has done a great job. And I think probably the strength of this football team is probably our skilled players on offense. And you know, I mentioned Ashleen. We got Rusty Ryder in the backfield, and Cameron Seagraves and Tyler Nations at the receiver, inside receiver, and James Turner and Patrick Jones and Ryan Kendi outside receiver. So we got some veterans there. Hopefully, you know, it'll just all come together.
Now, it sounds like you got a lot of depth there. What in particular, what kind of strategy can we expect to see from White County on the offensive and defensive end this year?
Well, defensively, we run an 8-man front, which basically, you know, we base out of the 4-4. You know, our philosophy is simple there. We just want to get after it. We want to get to the football. We want to get kids running to the football. You know, we've been very successful the last few years on defense. And offensively, our philosophy hasn't changed either. We run the spread offense, but we spread it out to run the football. And we feel like that we need to be balanced with our running and our passing to establish some holes. And for that young, inexperienced offensive line, you know, we've got to mix it up and keep the defense off balance.
All right, last question, Coach. Besides White County, who do you think is the team to beat in 7 AAA this year?
Well, it's a strong region. You know, you just hate to say one or two teams. You know, obviously Flowery Branch and Gainesville, you know they're going to be extremely strong on the other side of the sub-region. But North Hall, Chesty, Creekview is another a new football team that was new last year. That's who knocked us out of the playoffs. Lumpkin County is having an exceptional summer, and Pickens County always plays us well. So, you know, it's hard to say. They're all good in Region 7 AAA.
Coach, thanks for coming out. We appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to be on the show.